cultural harmony, and environmental well-being. In an era where the digital landscape can sometimes divide us or distract us from the beauty of creation, your role as Catholic communicators has never been more critical. You are modern-day apostles of the digital age. You have the sacred task of transforming the internet and the media into a space of genuine encounter, fostering solidarity and amplifying the voices of the marginalized. Here in Rwanda, we know the true power of storytelling and reconciliation. From our journey toward peace, we have learned that words and narratives have the power to destroy, but more importantly, they have the divine power to heal, rebuild, and unite. We invite you to allow our country's story to inspire your own mission. We invite you to allow our country's story to inspire your own mission when you utilize the tools of radio, television, cinema, and the digital sphere carry the message of hope and healing forward. Rwanda's journey to reconstruction and transformation story is one that testifies to the possibility of the hope that I'm talking about. In 1994, following the genocide against against Tutsi, the country stood at the edge of total collapse, socially, morally, institutionally, and economically. Hate speech played a vital role in this tragedy. Our people bore deep wounds, communities were fragmented, and institutions had been dismantled. Yet, through visionary leadership, collective resilience, and contribution of faith-based organizations, Rwanda embarked on one of the most remarkable reconstruction efforts in recent history. We chose three major governance orientations: unity, accountability, and thinking big. Our country appreciates that Catholic Church and the other faith communities became part of the journey and played crucial roles in many spheres of life, including in healing and reconciliation by offering spiritual, psychosocial, and community support, restoring social fabric to nurture trust and unity, providing service especially in education, health, women empowerment, and community development, as well as promoting values of accountability, peace, and dignity. Today, Rwanda stands as testimony to what can be achieved when a nation combines strong governance with ethical leadership, citizen engagement, and the moral influence of faith institutions. Distinguished participants, this Congress comes at the pivotal moment, closely following the recent plenary assembly of the Association of Member Episcopal Conference in Eastern Africa. At the end of this plenary assembly, the bishops have made it clear that the Church must accompany young people, build bridge of the justice, and champion the care of our common home. You, the communicators, are the bridge builders. You hold the megaphone that can translate these pastoral priorities into messages that resonate across the globe. I challenge you over the coming days of dialogue and networking to boldly reimagine the future of Catholic media. As you deliberate, remember that digital world is mission-filled. It is a place where we are called to defend the dignity of every human person and to protect the environment that sustains us. I encourage all of you to actively engage with the workshops, panels, and shared experiences that this Congress provides. Take this opportunity to forge a new partnership, learn from one another's diverse cultures, and leave Kigali equipped with actionable, faith-driven strategies to shape the future of global communication. As we embrace the vast potential of the digital frontier, we must confront a sobering truth: technology is never neutral. It reflects the value of those who create it and the intention of those who deploy it. Today, we stand at a crossroads dominated by rapid advancements in artificial intelligence, algorithmic personalizations, and a relentless 24-hour news cycle. While these tools offer unprecedented reach, they also present profound ethical challenges. We are witnessing an epidemic of digital isolation, where algorithms designed to maximize engagement often amplify division, echo chambers, and misinformation. As Catholic communicators, your charge is to counter this drift with a robust framework of digital ethics rooted in human dignity. I urge you to champion technology that serves the human person rather than exploit them. This means advocating for transparency in AI, fighting data exploitation, and ensuring that the digital spaces remain safe, inclusive, and truthful. Our digital ethics must ensure that the vulnerable are not left behind in the name of progress. Let us always remember that behind every screen, every pixel, and every data point is a human soul seeking connection, truth, and community. Distinguished participants, our theme also calls for a vital, non-negotiable duty: environmental well-being. We cannot speak of communion and equity without addressing the health of the very planet that sustains us. Pope Francis beautifully reminded us in Laudato Si that the earth, our common home, continues crying out to us because of harm we have inflicted on her. Rwanda's our own journey offers a modest but instructive example of what is possible when a nation chooses harmony over division and stewardship over exploitation. Through homegrown practices of dialogue and collective responsibility, and through deliberate investment in digital transformation, our country has sought to use communication and technology as tools for unity rather than fragmentation. Through equally deliberate investment in environmental stewardship, from our restrictions on single-use plastics to our nation conservation efforts, we have sought to treat the well-being of our environment as inseparable from the well-being of our people. These are the very values your theme calls the world to embrace: cultural harmony and environmental well-being, advanced responsible digital communication. Distinguished participants, Rwanda Governance Board is mandated, among others, to promote good governance, and to coordinate the work of non-governmental and faith-based organizations, as well as development partners, media development partners represented in this room today. We understand, perhaps better than most, that governance in this century is inseparable from communication. How citizens are informed, how communities are brought together across lines of language, culture, and belief, and how truth is shared responsibly in the digital space. These are governance questions as much as they are communication questions. Your work as communicators of faith and conscience places you, therefore, among your closest partners in building societies that are informed, cohesive, and resilient. As media professionals, you possess a powerful megaphone. I challenge you to use your platforms to foster an ecological convention globally. Use the power of film, radio, journalism, and digital media to uncover environmental injustices, to highlight sustainable indigenous practices, and to amplify the urgent crisis of the earth and the poor who suffer most from its degradation. Let your storytelling inspire a global consciousness that treats the environment not as a resource to be plundered, but as sacred garden to be protected for generations to come. The government of Rwanda recognizes faith-based organizations as key partners in national building. Through a supportive governance framework overseen by Government of Rwanda Governance Board, we work hand in hand with faith-based organizations to promote good governance and accountable leadership, both institutions and across society. 2, to promote social transformation in line with national priorities, including Vision 2050, the second generation of national strategy for transformation, and community-based development program. 3, to promote ethical and value-based education, shaping citizens who are responsible, compassionate, and peace-oriented. And finally, to promote inclusive service delivery, especially vulnerable communities, aligning with our long-term commitment to equity and social justice. Distinguished guests, religious preaching plays a vital role in nurturing spiritual growth and community cohesion across diverse faith traditions. However, in a pluralistic society like Rwanda, deeply committed to unity, social cohesion, and resilience, and national building, it is essential that religious messages contribute positively to social harmony and reflect the core values that define Rwandan identity. On behalf of the government of Rwanda, through the Rwanda Governance Board, I reaffirm our commitment to strengthening the partnership with faith-based organizations locally, regionally, and globally as we continue building a nation and the globe defined by unity, prosperity, and dignity. As I conclude, I particularly commend the Episcopal Conference of Rwanda and its partners for organizing this important event. For our guests from all over the world, I wish you a good stay in Rwanda. Please feel at home. I wish you fruitful deliberations and successful consultations. With these remarks, it is indeed my great honor and privilege to officially declare the SIGNIS World Congress Kigali 26 open. I thank you for your kind attention.